Okay, sir. Okay.
Hi, sorry about it. Suddenly, in one particular system, Zoom stopped working. I think there is some glitch. I don't know if that machine require a Zoom update or not. So sorry for this delay. We had to alternatively do some work. So my other colleagues are sharing from different locations, so I'm talking in a different location now. Karthik, can you please share the agenda for the day? Yeah. So this is the overall agenda. Here we have, this is the 12th day. We are in day 12, as I said in the WhatsApp message. Today we are going to do the recall of all the asanas, pranayamas, and learnings from Dr. Susheel as well. So it's if whoever missed it in the past 1 or 2 days, and this day will make you bridge those gaps. So it's going to be about almost 40 minutes from Dr. Susheel on recapping all 8 practices of -4 and then additional 4 pillars which we learned the last session. Followed by the complete recap of asanas and pranayamas. It's going to be a little long session. So Bhupender will do everything from whatever we learned from day 1 till the end of the day in a fast phase. So be ready with that in your yoga mat. Followed by Swamiji is in the line for all questions we have on asanas, pranayamas, and anything on guided meditation too, because last 2 sessions we had guided meditation. If at all we have some questions, I think we have few questions, we'll get them. Swamiji answered all of them at the end of the session as well. So stay tuned till the end. It's important. Karthik, you can start, share Dr. Susheel's talk.
Thank you and welcome to our last lecture. So this is the 12th lecture in this series. And in this lecture, I'm going to summarize everything. But before I go there are a couple of things I wanted to say. Number one is that there are a lot of things you learned that are new. Now, you are special. You're special in 2 different ways. Number one is that you have dedicated yourself to this 12 lectures spread over 4 weeks, 1 month, 1.5 hours a day, 2 days a week. There is tremendous amount of time that you have dedicated to this. So remember, that distinguishes you from the rest of the people that are looking for shortcuts. You chose not to have a shortcut. You chose to go to the bottom of what causes wellness and select out practices, and also chose to do the hard work to practice them. So obviously you deserve a congratulation for that. And secondly, these practices that you are learning now, you have to experiment with them and continue to do them, and that is a long process. Now, that takes me to some things that I said from my personal life that I've learned in the last 65 years of my life. If there ever is a simple solution to a complex problem of the life, it's usually a wrong solution. So the issue of wellness is complex, and therefore the solution is complex. And that complexity involves practicing all these practices that we talked about to make sure that you stay healthy. So I am really grateful to you for joining. I'm grateful to you for listening. And I'm grateful to you that you have decided to practice this together. And this is the beginning. Remember, actual changes will come when you start IWSP life with us for the whole year. So it's great. So let's begin with our summary. So the first thing we talked about is there are basically three mechanisms for illnesses: the genetic makeup, your environment that you live in, and the lifestyle. Now, this whole program was about lifestyle. Now, one thing about the genes. Now, genes that you inherit from your parents is a template. It is a document. It has the information planted and written on it that you have inherited straight. But remember, it is just a document. The effect of this document in your life only comes when the document is implemented. So just because it is written in the book of your life that these are your genes does not mean that you will get all these genetic disorders. So this will be very clear. So what is the link between these inherited genes in your book and their implementation? The link is a scientific word called genetic expression. So these genes cannot have their effect unless they're expressed. And their expression we discuss in detail is a complex process that can be modified. So your lifestyle can modify your genes. If there's one takeaway about illness, please take this away, that genes is not your fate. Your lifestyle determines whether these genes will find an expression or not. So you can actually minimize, correct, or modify the effect of bad genes that you have inherited just by changing lifestyle. And we all know that the environment also affects our health. So genes although you have no control on genes, but remember, you control the expression of the genes. On environment, you have partial control. And on lifestyle, you have complete control. So it is within your grasp to change your lifestyle completely, so that it not only changes your life, it also changes your environment and also changes the expression of your genes. Okay, so we talked about this lifestyle disorders: blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, overweight, heart attack, stroke, dementia, kidney disease, and some cancers. And I also asked you to remember this 80% rule. 80% of us will at some point in life have one or the other or all of these lifestyle disorders. We're going to end up spending 80% of our health budget on managing, treating these disorders or the consequences of these disorders. There's also an 80% chance that when we die, it'll be a direct or indirect consequence of these 9 lifestyle disorders. And we also know that by following the Iwsp, there's an 80% chance that we can either prevent, control, or reverse these disorders. And that really forms the basis of the whole program. Okay, so something that you learned in this program, something maybe new for you, is you learned 4 very novel and scientific concepts, mechanisms that go on inside the body to determine whether you are progressing towards illness or wellness. You deeply learned the science of inflammation, endothelial injury, circadian imbalance, and autonomic imbalance. And you found out how inflammation affects your body and your mind, how endothelial injury, because vascular endothelium is inside the blood vessel that supplies blood to the whole body, can affect every organ of your body. We had detailed discussion about circadian rhythm and why you should lead a balanced, structured, and regulated life. And you also learned about autonomic imbalance, how these involuntary functions that can go haywire and release certain hormones that have detrimental effect on your health. And we fully understood how we can injure ourselves. We can injure ourselves physically, and we can also injure ourselves mentally, depending upon what you put in our mouth or what we put in our mind. And this injury that we cause to our body finally results in inflammation. Inflammation is our body's response to repair the injury. In the acute phase, it works fine, but if we continue to cause the injury, then we cause chronic inflammation, which is the basis of all our lifestyle disorders. We also found out that there are certain practices that you can do which can help you repair the inflammation. And you also found out there are practices that you do which can remodel the damaged organs in the body. So there are many ways for us to restore towards normalcy the bad effects of inflammation that has happened through a change in our lifestyle. Now, I gave you many scientific studies, but to me, this is the most convincing. If somebody can actually reverse the blockages. So if you see this arrow here, there's a blockage here in the artery, and the next frame, this blockage is completely cleared. Now, this is a powerful evidence, although it's a small study in a limited group, but this is what was done by Dr. Esselstyn with reversal diet that we'll discuss, where he actually made the blockage inside the artery, the cholesterol deposition, the inflammation in the artery disappear. And these people who were on the verge of getting a stent or a bypass surgery or a heart attack, had their arteries cleaned and prevented a bypass or a stent or a heart attack. So if it can be done, it has been demonstrated and has been verified. So if it has been verified, it's also verifiable. You can also do it. And that is the science behind it. So when we discussed our practices, we said it fall into 4 major groups called diet, activity, stress management, and habit. And then we gave you 4 additional practices for health, the circadian alignment and sleep and sunshine and your numbers. So this basically forms a whole core of what you now have to take away and practice on your own. So this is, remember I discussed with you, what is in your fridge will eventually end up in your liver. What's in your freezer stored will eventually end up in your truncal obesity. So what's in your fridge and a freezer and pantry that you store in your house, in those boxes, packages, cans, and bottles, please look at it very carefully, because sooner or later, it is going to end up inside your body and cause fatty liver, truncal obesity, and lifestyle disorders. So it's not just that I'm eating this healthy diet, but in between, these things that are in your house that you have shopped and collected, which are not good for you, will eventually end up there. So be very careful and clean your fridge, clean your freezer, clean your pantry. So we also talked about what you eat will eventually get absorbed from your gut. It's going to go inside your blood vessels, and what you make flow in the blood vessel affects the inside lining of the blood vessel. Same way, what flows inside a pipe corrodes the pipe. What flows inside the vascular structure will affect the endothelium, the one-line structure inside, and you found out these blood vessels are in every organ of your body. So if you are putting the wrong thing in your mouth, then you're sending wrong thing everywhere in your body. Then we also discussed that you don't have to take all those supplements, those capsules, those vitamins and additional health supplements and health boosters and health modifiers. We prove to you that the mother of all anti-inflammatory medicine is actually the beautiful nutraceuticals, the good nutrition that occurs in the whole food plant-based diet. These green, colorful, leafy vegetables and fruits provide you exactly what is inside the capsule. So just remember, you're scientists. What goes inside the capsule? What can go inside the capsule? The only thing that can go inside the capsule is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, and minerals. Is there anything else besides this? Whatever these elements are, you make them in different permutation, combination, and you make medicines. Where do they come from? They all come from earth, fire, environment, space, right? Where do the plants grow? In this earth. So what do the plants get? What is inside the earth? All these beautiful nutraceuticals, and they already grow up and present it to you, right, in the form of food. That food is medicine. So every medicine that you take eventually is in your food. If your food is right, your medicine is right, and your health is right. So we also discussed, if this is what is in your mind, right? The whole grain, fresh fruits, vegetables, and legumes, if this is what you think about all the time, then they'll be in your mind. If they are in your mind, that is what you're going to shop. If that's what you're going to shop, that's what you're going to store in your fridge and the freezer and the pantry. And if that is what you're going to store in your fridge and the freezer and the pantry, that's what you're going to eat. So it's as simple as that. But in addition to that, we also talked about why you should eat properly, because how digestion occurs in different organs. You saw that, why eating fast gives you heartburn, bloating, all these indigestion, all these problems that you get, how to space your food out, how to eat mindfully, how to eat slowly, and how to eat the right food. We knew that the 4 great ingredients of food are whole grain, fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, and legumes. And not so healthy, although vegetarian, are the processed food. What is processed? Processed is something which comes in a bag, a can, a bottle is processed, or which is compounded. You take away something and you add something. And then you run into the problem of additives. All those additives are chemicals, and they can give you lots of problems in the body. And a lot of people may not know, unfortunately, that a lot of these additives which come in the form of chemicals, you may be allergic to, but not know it. And your allergy may actually manifest that as an illness. Your allergy may manifest as that as a rash, an arthritis, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease. So many different ways it can present, and you may not know it. So why put things in your body that you don't need? Keep it simple. Whole grain, vegetables, fresh fruits and legumes, local, seasonal, fresh, preferably raw, cooked if you need to. Avoid the dairy and milk products. We talked about that. Salt and sugar, fats and oils, right? And this is our recipe. And then we decided that we could actually do it 3 different ways. If you don't have any of those lifestyle illnesses, but are mindful that they may be part of your life because your family has it, then you're on a preventive diet. Your core always stays fruits, grains, legumes, and vegetables, but you avoid sugar completely. And your oil and vegetable oil is minimal, nuts are minimal, dairy becomes skim, and you may have some egg if you so desire, preferably white, and some grilled fish. And try and eat mostly raw, boiled, grilled, or lightly sauteed. And this is the preventive diet for those that have no illnesses. But if you have any of those illnesses like high blood pressure and cholesterol, and you really want to control it, or diabetes, then you go a little higher. You minimize your oil even more. Your animal food should go to 0, dairy preferably 0 or skim, and the core stays the same. And again, no sugar, absolutely 0 processed sugar, and your salt less than 2.3 milligrams a day, which is half a teaspoon for the whole day. And we also talked about the reversal diet. And this is the diet that we use for reversing those blockages. So if you want to reverse your diabetes, from diabetes, you become non-diabetic, or from blockages, you become blockage free. This is the strictest diet, where all you're eating is fruits, grains, legumes, and vegetables. 0 salt, 0 sugar, no animal food, no dairy, no nuts, no oil. And all food is either raw, boiled, or grilled. Now, again, it is difficult, but just by food alone, you can do it. So if there's a will and there's a desire, then this is doable. So based on these, we created our Iwsp Dietary 10 Commandments. The 4 things that you have to maximize are the fruits, the vegetables, the whole grains, and the legumes. And the 3 that you have to minimize are the sugar, oil, and salt. And the 3 that you have to avoid are the animal food, the dairy food, and the processed food. So if you just have this chart on your fridge with a magnet, then basically all you need to know about diet that I told you is in this one slide. All 10 commandments are in this one slide. On top of that, we also told you intermittent fasting and time-restricted feeding, how that is also helpful for you, and try and incorporate that in your life. If you do time restricted, it's easier. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's all your meals, all your eating is done. And then there is no eating after that. You will be amazed how much difference it makes in your life. Then you don't have to do fasting. If you're doing time restricted feeding, you don't need fasting. You either do fasting or you do time restricted. Doing both, you're overdoing it probably. So we told you what the wonder drug is. The wonder drug is activity. Activity can help you reduce heart disease, stroke, risk of cancers, risk of diabetes. It's affordable, no side effects. So we told you to be as active as possible. And the activity that we recommend is yoga, because yoga gives you the aerobic exercise, it gives you the strength in the muscles, it gives you the flexibility, and it gives you the balance. And we not only recommended yoga, we gave you all the scientific reasons why you should do yoga. And we also arranged for you to actually do yoga with an expert. And also we had deep scientific and ancient wisdom explanation of every yogasana by Swamiji in great details. Along with, he told you about the pranayamas and he told you about the meditation. So all those beautiful things that you got, and now when you become part of IWSP Life, you're going to again focus on these practices in much greater detail with Swamiji. Every time you attend IWSP Live, every time you are going to get different words of wisdom, deeper and deeper and deeper understanding of these concepts of yoga, pranayama, meditation, and then he'll take you also to higher realms if that's what you want to experience. So that is really what is going to change your life. And that change in your life is going to change your lifestyle and is going to give you wellness. So I strongly encourage you to now continue with IWSP Life. What you paid to do IWSP covers your IWSP Life for the whole year. So we gave you the choice. You can either do aerobic exercise, 150 minutes a week, that's 30 minutes, 5 days a week, along with strength training, 50 minutes a week, or you do yoga 1 hour a day for 5 days a week, and that is equivalent. Now, when I say equivalent, I'm only saying in physical sense equivalent, but yoga is beyond physical. Yoga is mind, body, spirit. So you're actually, by doing yoga, you're benefiting at 3 levels. Whereas by doing exercise, you get physical activity, some mental relief, some emotional well-being, but yoga is the best. Or you can walk 7,500 steps a day if you don't want to be in a gym, and that corresponds roughly to 4 to 5 kilometers or 2 to 3 miles of walk a day. We talked about stress in detail, and we talked about stress as it affects your lifestyle and your body and your illnesses. And you knew that there are simple 3 mechanisms by which stress causes havoc in your body with regards to your lifestyle illnesses. Stress activates the sympathetic nervous system, which secretes catecholamines, and they result in visceral obesity and metabolic syndrome. Stress activates your hypothalamus pituitary axis, which releases cortisol, which causes visceral obesity, and you get metabolic syndrome. Stress reduces your motivation, you become inactive, you overeat, get visceral obesity, get metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome and the truncal obesity, the fat that collects around your trunk, is the chief culprit for causing all these problems: the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the cholesterol, the heart attack, the stroke, the cancer, and chronic kidney disease. So therefore, it is very important that you control stress, not just for your mental well-being, but also for your physical well-being. We gave you some deeper understanding. If you really understand these 2 concepts and internalize, nothing that is there is going to last forever. And everything around you is connected. You can't just peel it away from your life and you think that's going to give you peace and happiness. You can actually destroy the whole scaffolding of your life if you try and choose this pick and choose here and pick here. So what is the alternative to picking and choosing? Loving and serving and connecting and making sure that this connection gets stronger and deeper. And if you understand impermanence and you know that it's finally going to go away, accept what is going on right now, have some tolerance, and let go what your mind is telling you is that you should or you should not do to change the situation, which is not in your hands. So we also gave you long-term practices that can actually control stress by causing real changes. These practices change your lifestyle by changing neuroplasticity. They create new neurons, new pathways in your mind along which your thought process travels now. And that thought process is what is congenial to your health. So these are profound practices that will do real-time changes in your mind, in your neurons, and in your genes. The gratitude practice, the self-compassion and self-rejuvenation time. I told you these are 3-minute practices. You can finish them all 3 in the morning in 10 minutes or in the evening in 10 minutes. Yoga, we recommend along with pranayama and meditation, all combined. You can do a 1-hour session 5 to 6 days a week. We recommend 20 minutes of meditation minimum every day. Twice a day is good. If you can't do it twice a day, once a day. If nothing else, do a non-denominational breath-focused meditation where you stay with your breath, breath in, breath out. Let the thoughts come and go, let the feelings come and go, let the sensations come and go. Just stay focused on your breath. 20 minutes a day for 6 weeks, you change your neuroplasticity, you change your genetic makeup, you change your health. So if there is one medication that you take away from this whole seminar that you attended, that one medication is meditation. This is it. If you can think that there is one capsule that I'm going to take every day for my health, and that is the best vitamin, the best supplement that I can take, or the best medicine I can take, that is meditation. Meditation, meditation, meditation. 20 minutes a day for 6 weeks. Do it yourself and share your thoughts and feelings. It is going to make a profound change in your physical life. Now, there are other changes also happen. There are mental changes. It's going to affect your body. It's going to affect your mind. And it's going to affect your spirit, your motivation, and a lot of other things that you associate with a higher realm of living will change also. So meditation, meditation, meditation. And pick up some volunteering. All you need is 2 hours a week, right? 100 hours a year. Connect socially with like-minded people, with organizations where you have different kinds of thoughts, and belong to some organization that makes some tangible difference in the lives of the others without you really requiring or getting any direct benefit. It could be denominational, it could be non-denominational, it could be spiritual, it could be secular, it could be intellectual, it could be physical. But please make sure that you choose something to belong to according to your capacity and the bend of your mind. So these are the 9 beautiful practices that if you make them part of your life, you will be stress-free. We talked about habit, and we learned this red dot there, the nucleus accumbens, small pea-sized area where all the habits are stored. We found out habit never dies, habit only goes down. So when there is a habit that is dominant in your brain, if you bring in a counter habit, a higher habit or a better habit, the weight of that higher habit pushes it down and down and down and down and down. So it's going to go down and get packed in the deeper and the deeper and the deeper layer of the mind. And it becomes that much more difficult for it to then climb up and find expression and make you do the same things again. But remember, it never dies. You just pack it down deeply. How do you pack it down deeply? By acquiring newer habits, healthier habits. So good habits will suppress the bad habits down. And that is the only way we found out to change habits. And how do you get good habits? Your mind gives you good habits. Which mind gives you good habits? The higher mind. That's in your prefrontal cortex. Sitting here learning these techniques that you're learning today are the ones that are actually feeding the good things to the mind. And then eventually these good habits that you're going to start practicing will suppress the bad habits down and down. And that is the only way to change habits. We learned about the loop, right? The habit loop. We found out that we are always going to get bored. in life. Such is life. There are always going to be disappointments. When we get bored, we always want to do something to feel good, and that is the reward. After every boredom that we get in our life, we look for a reward. Now, how do you get the reward is the secret to changing habit. You will get bored, you will get reward to feel good, but change the routine, change the action. Don't keep doing what you did in the past. You start doing what you learned new now. And eventually you'll find out it is going to make you feel good and going to take care of your boredom, and as a byproduct, going to give you a healthy life. We discussed some substitutes, right? So from high calorie snack to you can do fruits, to fruits with added sugar, you can do to natural fruits, grains, you can switch to whole grain. Your solid fats like butter, you can change to oil. Your snacks with added sugar, you can go unsalted snacks. Empty calories of these beverages and the juices, which are bad, they are added with things. When you drink a juice, you have the fiber taken out and sugar added. So you are having a double whammy. You are being penalized by taking the fiber out and being penalized by added sugar. So do not drink any of those fruit juices and beverages, whatever comes in a soda or a can or a bottle. We discussed the science of circadian rhythm. We knew it's a science, it's evolving, it's new, and it's very important because these are the three gentlemen that got Nobel Prize for going deeper into the science of the circadian rhythm. We found out circadian rhythm is not just there for the sun to rotate around the earth, it is also for every cell of your body. And every cell of your body goes through a day-night cycle, which we call as sleep-rest cycle, or a work-sleep cycle, or a work-rest cycle. And they need time where they work, and they need time when they don't work. And when you're not working those organs are resting, repairing, and rejuvenating. And that is the secret to keeping these organs healthy and alive for the rest of your life. And that is the basis of a regulated, regimented, disciplined life. In other words, that is the basis for the dinacharya that some of you may have learned in your Ayurveda lectures. So a lot of people actually talked about sleep, not sleeping enough, sleeping too much, not sleeping right, waking up in the middle of the night, right? So this is all that is required, right? Have a discipline, fixed time to go to bed, fixed time to wake up. Don't change it. If you change it, you disturb the cycle. Exercise, do yoga daily, pranayama, meditation. Try and do meditation in the evening and see if you do meditation on 7 p.m., which is actually the conjunction of the day and night. And there's a reason why these ancient rishis and their wisdom recommended doing this at the conjunction of the time. Meditation early in the morning, just before sunrise, or meditation in the evening before sunset. These are conjunction times of the days. If you do meditation at that time, your evening becomes very restful and you will sleep well. So avoid the large meal, coffee, alcohol before bedtime. Keep your bedroom quiet, dark, relaxing, comfortable. And please remove all electronic devices from your bedroom. Even when they're off, they should not be there because they're still transmitting signals. Now, I don't know if that is true or not, but some people say that that can affect your health. Blue light, clearly, the flashing screen in front of your eyes definitely helps, affects your health, and we know that. So if you work, for example, you're a physician and you think that you may be called in the middle of the night, then yes, put it outside your bedroom on a desk, and leave the door closed. If the phone rings, get up, walk 10 steps, answer the phone. As simple as that. We talked about these 7 numbers, so you're going to note those down. Next time when you go to your doctor, you're going to have these on a card so that you know these numbers and you know what the ideal recommended range is. And then you're going to do your practices, and then you're going to compare by doing these practices as to which direction they're going in. And we believe that once you see them moving in the right direction, that will give you more motivation to do what you're doing and change your lifestyle. We talked about the benefits of sunshine, and a lot of people told us things about what can be done, what cannot be done. And that takes me to something that I really wanted to discuss, but I kept till the last day. What is right is in your mind, and what is wrong is also in your mind. What can be done is in your mind. What cannot be done is also in your mind. And same thing, what should or should not be done, and what could or what could not be done. So if your mind is telling you, how can I do this because the environment is doing this to me, or the media is doing this to me, or the world is doing this to me, or people around are doing this to me, then that is how your mind thinks. And also, if you think that that is how the mind thinks, and the same mind can also think, okay, this is how the world is, this is how the environment is, this is how the people are, but this is the right thing to do, and I'm going to do this. That is also in the mind. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is the same mind that gives you inspiration and motivation to do something is the same mind that conjures up excuses to demotivate you and tell you not to do something by putting the blame for not doing something outside, and then makes you feel good. Okay, I wanted to do this, but I could not do this because of this, and this reason. All these reasons for not doing the right thing that the mind conjures up is basically the excuses that your mind creates to make you feel good, but that is not good for you. So think about it. If there's anything, any practice that you're doing, and then a thought comes in your mind, I cannot do this because of this. Think deeply. Is it really because of this, or this is how your mind thinks it is? And is it really true that with this person being with you, there's no way you can do this, or there's a way to do this and you can do this by going around this? It's all in the mind. So not practicing is in the mind, and practicing also is in the mind. So keep that in mind. So you don't have to go for any detox after this. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars going for 1 month in this camp or that camp, to this place or that place. We have an anti-inflammatory diet that we gave you, an active lifestyle that reduces inflammation, reduces stress, and reduces endothelial dysfunction, stress-free living, healthy habits, good sleep. Don't take supplements and additional things like antibiotics, antacids, and non-steroidals. If you are doing yoga, pranayama, meditation, hopefully your joint pains will go down. Avoid toxins, chemicals, additives that come through this processed food, and get a natural detox. Okay, so we found out that there is a lifestyle that leads to illness, and there is a lifestyle that leads to wellness. We found out all those beautiful practices, but practice is the bridge. You have to now practice them on a daily, constant basis to have the benefit of that. And this practice is the one that we actually continue in our IWSP life that you're going to be part of now, and we'll be going to be doing every 2 weeks. So I hope that what you learned in those last 4 weeks will help you change your habits. And once you do that, and do that on a long-term basis, along with IWSP, you will be transformed. It's amazing how in the nature, this crawling, creepy creature called a larva then transforms to a pupa, and then to this beautiful butterfly that is no longer crawling. It gets up and it starts flying and flies away. Fascinating. This is happening in nature. And the nature is also what is outside, and nature is also what is inside. Our nature can also transform so that we don't crawl, but we fly. So let's do this together. And it has been a great journey, and pleasure has all been mine. I'm very grateful for you to have given me this much time to discuss all these things with you, because every time I do this, I actually learn more. Every time I do this, I read more. And every time I do this, I benefit more. So please accept my grateful thanks for giving me the opportunity to do this and benefit from this. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Karthik, can you make Swamiji as co-host, Dr. Sharma as well as co-host? Subrata sir, you are muted. Karthik makes Subrata sir also Sukufu. Sorry for this confusion. Something went wrong with my PC's Zoom. So
Yes. Namaste. And we are also grateful to Dr. Susheel Sharma for a wonderful summarizing such a complex subject, 4 week stops in 40 minutes. So wonderful, and thank you. And this is the real life. I mean, that's where he brought out the struggle. And we saw that struggle in ourselves starting the Zoom today morning. Everything which is supposed to fail, it may fail. So every 11th session went perfect, but today the reality zooms in with a Zoom starting. So anyway, so we made it up, and it's wonderful to see so many people joining today and attending. That's our grand finale of IWSP. And with a holistic wellness as a complex, as he said, is a very complex because the problem is complex. And every time we listen, we learn a lot of things. And I found it, the only one sentence is very, very, wonderful to take away. The best medication for this is the meditations. Do it 20 minutes a day. You have wonderful transformations. Uh, I like to open. You can ask any questions. Obviously, we are seeing a lot of appreciations to Dr. Sharma, and there is only one question so far. I saw one person is asking, may Dr. Sharma comment on it. Is BMI is 18, but is it still indication of truncal obesity? That's all the health questions came today. Dr. Sharma, please.
Highly unlikely, because 18 is a very low BMI. Actually, if you go below 18, you're underweight. So I doubt that if your BMI is 18, you will have truncal obesity or metabolic disorders, because that's a very low BMI. Your weight must be very low.
Yes, so that's a very positive sign. Chance of truncal obesity is very, very little. And obviously, you'll have many questions as we go along. And maybe there'll be a lot of questions on meditation itself and some of them will be covered today. Swamiji's, we are very lucky that Swamiji is also with us. And after his sessions, we'll take those questions up. Over to Naresh to continue further.
Yeah, I see somebody raised a hand. Vasundhara raised her hand. Is there, she wants to ask any question, or if somebody wants to ask directly, talk about it also, we can open for 5 minutes.
I think that she put a question about the importance of water intake. Is that correct?
Yes, it is from her. Importance of water intake in our body, as it is 70% water. How much of water intake, please?
So the best rule is, if you do not have heart failure and you do not have kidney failure, so if your kidneys are normal and your heart's normal, then your thirst mechanism will tell you how much water you need. So whenever you're thirsty, you should drink water, and it obviously the weather. So let their thirst be your best guide. But some things are actually good. For example, if you drink first thing in the morning when you wake up, drinking lukewarm water, 1 or 2 glasses, that's good for activating your gastrocolic reflex. And if that reflex works better, then it's good for emptying your bowels. So that's something that, again, I don't know if it's a habit that I have, but I like to do it. And a lot of people recommend that you should do it. And during the day, follow your thirst. Your thirst will tell you how much to drink.
Someone said 1 liter per 20 kg is true.
That's fine. 2 to 3 liters a day. That's normal, yeah. But you also get water in milk and tea and all those things that you take. But sometimes you have to be careful. The water that you take with tea, also because tea is a diuretic, it gets washed away too. So not all of it you retain.
Right. Okay, so then there is another question where, okay, there is one more question to you. Dr. Sharma, B12 sublingual tablet 500 mCH. What is the dosage every day? 1000 mch. I mean, 500,000 mch is there. So what is the dosage we should take?
Yeah, that the one that you're talking about, that's 5,000 micrograms. That's a huge dose. So probably if you do that every 4 or 5 days, 10 days is enough. I think your requirement is only 100 micrograms a day. But again, the absorption is very erratic, although it's sublingual, and therefore maybe it's going to the bloodstream quicker, because the problem with B12 is its absorption from the gut can be erratic.
Okay, so
5,000, then probably take it once a week. That's good enough.
Once a week is enough. Okay. And then one question, since Swamiji was not there, we answered, but still Swamiji is here today. Swamiji, what are the holistic benefits of sunshine? Dr. Sharma did answer, but we were looking for you since you were not there. So Dr. Sharma took it, but since you are there today, you can talk about it.
Namaste. As we know, we are on the last session of this IWSP Holistic Wellness course, and we will learn that after completing the complete course, we have experienced it is just the beginning. So lifelong we need to practice all the good habits. Knowledge is power. The only tool which will stay with you forever is the knowledge. The IWSP team, the facilitators, the experts, whatever the inputs they have given, they cannot be staying with you 24/7. So the knowledge that you have gained, that alone is going to stay. So now coming to the sunbathing, its holistic benefits, I will try to tell not only sunbathing, life as a whole should have a holistic view. Then only we really enjoy wellness, we really attain wellness. Swasthya is the word. To stay with our real self. That real self which always exists, which always stays, which we call as Sat Chit Ananda, Sat, truth, which never changes, it always remains the same, and that alone can have a real existence. Based on that, all the existences we see, and if you are able to have a glimpse of that, then only you can have that real happiness. So coming to the point, all the good habits that we have learned, we should practice by understanding how it is going to connect us to our real self, how it is going to give us the experience of that Sat Chit Ananda, or Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, Aham Brahmasmi. These are the great words that our great rishis have put in words after their experience. Now, sun, when we remember sun god. So these are the local custom we may say, but behind every custom there is science behind. I said in my introduction, rishis, the sages, are the real scientists, scientists of the inner world, scientists of the eternal world, scientists of the Sat Chit Ananda, our real nature. So they say sun is the source of all energy. So we see in the physical form, the gross form, which we call as Sthula Jagat, that is being pursued by our external eyes, ears, all the sensory organs are able to perceive something. So when you sit for sunbathing, remember, maximum skin surface should be exposed. That is the first thing we have to remember. I am wearing clothes, I am sitting in sun bath, you feel you are done complete? No. Maximum skin surface should be exposed to sun at least for 40 minutes a day. When you do that, the physical benefits, as I said, the sthula sharira, the gross body, definitely you will feel rejuvenated, you will feel energized. If at all you have got inflammation, inflammation is usually presented with all sorts of aches, pains, body pain. When I say body pain, from right top head to the toe, somebody have some sort of the other of the pain. So the pain will be gone or reduced if somebody practices sunbathing, as I said, complete 40 minutes and maximum exposure of the skin surface. That we have to remember. So first is inflammation. It will reduce the inflammation and it will increase the immunity, which is the root cause for majority of the health disorders. And when you begin your day with all the great habits, when you are feeling energized, you have got more enthusiasm to practice all the good habits that you have been learning. So that will encourage you, that will motivate you to do all the good practices. So why you are away from all the lifestyle disorders. And as I said, sunbathing is not just giving the sthula sharira benefits, it's also affecting your sukshma sharira, the subtle body. When I say subtle body, what is subtle body? The mind. When you close your eyes, you are able to see something. When you close your eyes, you are able to hear something. When you close your eyes, you are able to feel something. That is called as sukshma sharira, the subtle body. And there is something called as karana sharira. When you are sleeping, your sensory organs, the sukshma, what I called, is not working. When you are sleeping, but still you may experience something which we call as dream. Nidra avastha, one is Jagrat avastha, second is Nidra avastha, dream. So when your sensory organs are not working, still you are experiencing something in your sleep, dream. So experiencing something when you are sleeping, when your sensory organs are not working, is what is called as dream. And when you go into deep sleep, when there is no dream, when you get up, you feel something fresh. Bah, बहुत अच्छा नींद आ गया, मजा आ गया, इतना सारा पेन, टेंशन सब चला गया. So the deep sleep, sleep without dream can really give you energy. And the sages who have experienced this joy, happiness, strength, energy when they are in Jagrat Avastha, that is called Turiya Avastha, getting established in our real state of energy. So what I was trying to tell is, though we say sunbathe has this physical benefits, it also has subtle, the sukshma benefits, and also it helps you to connect your self to that real self. When we sit for meditation, we try actively to connect ourselves with our real self, which is Sat Chit Ananda. So sunbathing also helps you to connect to your real self, which I can say part of meditation. So when we do Surya Devata Upasana, that is a science. So when you are asking, I am putting all these views, this is what is called as holistic view. So all the practices when we are doing, we should remember the physical benefits, we should remember the mental benefits, also emotional benefits, and beyond that, which is our real Swarupa, which can really give us joy. सब छोड़ के अपने अवस्था में जो अंदर में आनंद है उसको एहसास करना, यही मेडिटेशन है. दिस इज द हाईएस्ट प्रैक्टिस. सो मेडिटेशन कैन बी प्रैक्टिस्ड व्हेन यू आर वॉकिंग, मेडिटेशन कैन बी प्रैक्टिस्ड व्हेन यू आर लिसनिंग टू सम टॉक, मेडिटेशन कैन बी प्रैक्टिस्ड व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग समथिंग, व्हेन यू बिकम वन विद द टॉपिक, दैट बिकम्स मेडिटेशन. सो this is about understanding the benefits of sunbathing in a holistic way. So as we focus the body, mind, spirit. So all the good practices should help you to connect your body, mind and spirit. And the goal is to enjoy the health benefits physically, mentally, emotionally and also enjoying that shantata, anand भीतर में जो उसको अभ्यास करना. So during sunbathing we can experience all this, then you will get all the benefits. So that's it for now. Maybe some other time we will take up this in detail.
This question came again, so we answered. When should we do sunbathing? What time?
So ideally in the morning, if you are not able to do in the morning, in the evening, but during winter, like I am staying in Haridwar, the afternoon sun is very, very soothing. It's so cold in winter, and afternoon temperature is not too high, but it's very soothing. So depending on the place where you are staying, if your morning sun temperature is ideal for your body, do it in the morning or in the evening. And if you are in a place like Haridwar during winter, I do after my lunch, post lunch session, that suits me. During summer, I do in the morning. So depending on the nature, climatic situation, the place where you are staying, select. So enjoy sunbathing. That's what the point is.
There's another question to Dr. Sharma. Can alkaline water cause health benefits, doctor? pH balance, free radical damage reduction in blood. Many doctors recommended alkaline Kangen water. Is it true?
Yeah, this is, we actually explored this question, and I think that in IWSP 2, around that time, I did some literature search. See, there's something called homeostasis. The human body is programmed in such a way that no matter what you put inside, the pH of your body, blood, stays between 7.35 to 7.45, always. It immediately gets balanced through all these acid-base balancing mechanisms that we have in the body. So it doesn't matter what water you put in, your pH of the body stays between 7.35 to 7.45 unless you're sick. And the benefits that people are touting of the alkaline, I did the literature search. I did not find any good randomized data that says that we gave 200 people or 50 people or 2,000 people alkaline water and the rest we gave the other water. We followed them and we looked at some parameters, measured them objectively and saw a difference. I'm not aware of any scientifically published study that says that alkaline water is better. So I, therefore, at least based on my knowledge so far, I don't think that I see any benefit of that. But at the same time, I have an open mind. If some future study comes in that proves otherwise, then I will definitely share that with you.
Okay. Okay, there is one more question, but it is a very specific health question. Request you to take it in helpline. So now we'll quickly move on. Since there is no question, we'll quickly move on. I'm just sharing my screen. A couple of things. Already Dr. Sharma spoken about it in his presentation about IWSP for life. So every alternate Sundays we meet India time between 6 to 7:30 a.m. we meet, and the Swamiji will do alternate week, 1 week meditation, another week asanas. He does it. We are going to do that. Swamiji is going to do asanas also with us. A lot of people have asked that they want to do it along with Swamiji, so we decided to have that, and Swamiji agreed for that. So this will happen again, repeat also in the evening for India time, so that the US participant can join. But India time, our doctors may not be live because it's on Sunday. At least one day we should give them a rest. But you still can get all the sessions recorded running, so you can do it. So this IWSP live, we have decided to run it entire 2021. So next year we need to think about it. If there is any change, and we need to talk, and we'll come back. But this year it is there till December. And the next IWSP live session is going to be 21st of November. So we are closing our session today, not this Sunday, next Sunday it is going to be. So that is one thing. And we request everybody to join. You are eligible to join. All of you here are eligible to join in this. I'm talking especially for the batch 6 people, because all other previous batch people, they are aware of it. Second one, again, after my small introduction, Dr. Susheel and Swamiji will talk about it. I request them to talk about it. Feedback. See, we are trying to improve every session, whatever we could. We are trying our best to do that. But beyond some point, we don't know what to improve. So that is where the feedback from all of you, it can be a critical feedback. We are welcome. So please do give feedback. We have already sent an email to all batch 6 participants. You have it in your email as well as in your WhatsApp. If you did not get it, please ping me and I'll send it personally to you. Please spend about 3 to 5 minutes, give your feedback. It could be good, it can be areas where we can improve. Please do give it. This will help us to improve our next session onwards. We will definitely consider all your feedback, whatever we can, we'll consider it. Dr. Sharma, about feedback, few words quickly. I request you to put this point as well to the participants.
I think that you put it very nicely, and because there are topics that we have selected for this IWSP course, but there are also other topics that we can take up. So if you have some specific issues that you want us to discuss, we can actually discuss them in IWSP Live. So that's the advantage of doing IWSP and then doing IWSP Live. So we try to discuss all the general topics in IWSP course. And then there are specific specialized topics we discuss in IWSP Live. So please let us know additional topics that you want us to discuss, or any other suggestions in terms of the format, or how we do this program, or how we can improve it, some things that you didn't like that we should do, or some things that we didn't do that we should have done. All that will be very helpful to us, because what we want is your input so that we can then improve this program, which can benefit other people who come in the future. So thank you very much, and please accept my grateful thanks. It was a great journey together, and I hope that we will stay connected in IWSP Live, and it'll be fun to do all this together. And as I said, every time we do it, I learn more, and every time you people ask me a question that I do not know the answer, I also go ahead and do the literature search and learn. So you are a great inspiration to us also, and you're a good teachers for us also. Thank you very much.
Dr. Sharma, also you can put this point as well. Next batch is starting on 25th of January. 16th of January is a free introductory session. So we request you to, just request people to share it with all known people from your side.
So the important thing is that there are snippets, small snippets of the specific things that Nareshji, Anirbanji, and Subhutoji has been sending you on WhatsApp. Please share them with your friends and family. So if you do them on a repeated basis, that motivates them. Just one time saying to somebody, you attend this program, is not enough. So keep forwarding those things. For the next 1 month, you are going to be getting these snippets from us, or some videos from us, or some infomercials from us. Please forward them to other people around. So just like we got together, I came to Swamiji put this program together, and it benefited me, it benefited Swamiji, it benefited our friends and everybody, and then other people got benefited. Same way, we felt obliged to present this to you so that you can benefit, and you should also then benefit others. Remember, one of the great practices that we talked about in our IWSP program for habit transformation and stress reduction, remember connecting and belonging and volunteering. So in that context, it fulfills all 3 purposes for you. When you forward the email to your loved ones, you're connecting. And when you care for them and you share this with them, you create a sense of belonging. And this is your voluntary work. This is volunteering, because you have knowledge that you then want other people to share. So this will be good for you for your habit transformation and stress reduction, because more people you share this with, more you're connecting, belonging, and volunteering. So please do that, and we want more and more people to benefit from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. Swamiji, we will have few questions which came in the last batch, so that after our complete discussion, people can move on to asanas. There won't be any disturbance. So one question came last session was, Swamiji, with continued meditation, will we get to experience and activation of Panchamaya Kosha?
Yes, we have a complete session on meditation and its effect on gene expression. During our last IWSP live, we have discussed it in detail. I request you to put that YouTube link in the group so that everybody watch it closely, understand. Any doubts, again, we can take up during our IWSP live next batch. The answer is yes. And we have many testimonials where people practiced meditation regularly and have changed a lot of things for them. Just becoming a disease free is one simple benefit, but from there they have gone and experienced many more physical, mental, emotional wellness, and ultimately experiencing that spiritual joy within. Yes, meditation, we have to understand properly. It's not just closing eyes and sitting. That is just the beginning step, but going deep, experiencing the joy of real meditation and percolating that happiness in day-to-day life, doing all the work, busy work, great work. As I keep on telling, samatvam yoga uchyate. If you practice yoga, if you learn the science of yoga, your mind will become calm. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. If you practice yoga, your work efficiency will increase. What does it say? You will be able to do not one thing, 10 things with more efficiency, but at the same time you will remain calm and quiet, which means you are stress free. Yogo bhavati dukkhaha. One who practices yoga becomes free from all sorts of pain and suffering, which means again attain the joy and happiness if you practice yoga properly. So all the good habits which are explained scientifically, keeping the holistic view, understanding the science beyond the physical science, which we call as spiritual science. So understanding the yogic science and the physical science, practicing all the good habits makes you a real yogi. If you become a real yogi, you can change your gene expression. Yes. Unmute.
Thank you, Swamiji, for this answer. Any questions related to yoga, dhyana, pranayama? You can put it right away. Swamiji will get them answered.
One more question was about consciousness.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, what is consciousness? Just now I explained 3 states. One is, I am aware, I am awake, I am conscious. My sensory organs are conscious about what's happening around. I am able to connect myself with the external world or things around me. That is called as state of awakening. जागृत अवस्था, दिन का अवस्था जो हम देख रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं. तो जब आप सो जाते हैं, if you get deep sleep, you will not know anything, but after coming out of the deep sleep, you will say, wow, I experienced something wonderful, I am fresh now. That is called as deep sleep, nidra. A state between Jagrat Avastha and deep sleep. There is something called as Swapna Avastha, dream state. You are sleeping, but at the same time, you are able to recollect something which happened around, or something which you wanted to achieve something in future. You wanted to go for a elephant ride, and also you wanted to go for a helicopter ride for fun. So you may experience in your sleep, you are flying in the sky, sitting on the elephant. That is called as Nidra Avastha. Swapna we call. Swapna. Jagrat, Nidra के बीच में जो अवस्था है उसको बोलते हैं स्वप्न अवस्था. So though you are sleeping, you are not completely sleeping. So these are the three states. So I told you are physically aware what's happening, that is Jagrat Avastha. When you are in deep sleep, you don't know anything about external things or also the internal things which we call as sleep avastha. You are not experiencing, that is deep sleep. Nidra avastha, Gadha Nidra we say. So there is always something present when you are awake, when you are in deep sleep, when you are in Nidra avastha. There is something which is always present. Because of the presence of that entity, that phenomenon, that energy, that light, that pure consciousness. So when I say simply conscious, yes, I am conscious. I am conscious about things happening. So you may say, so not that conscious, the pure consciousness, which is not involved in any of the activity during awakening, during sleep, or during dream. So that entity which is always there but not involved. So this is present. That's why all these activities are happening. That is called as pure consciousness. It's also explained eye of the eye, ear of the ear, touch of the touch, speech of the speech. So that entity which is always there, but it is not involved in any of these three state action or activities. So that is pure consciousness. It is also called as Brahman, Atman, God, Ishvara, a Jesus, a Buddha, a Allah, a Durga, Hanuman. This is what is meant by pure consciousness, Brahman. So energy which can be neither created nor destroyed, which always is present and which is responsible for every action that's happening in this body, around this body, in this universe and everywhere. So that is called as pure consciousness. And the goal of meditation is to experience that pure consciousness when you are in awakening state. जागृत अवस्था में अपना निज स्वरूप का बोध करना ही हमारा जो मेडिटेशन एंड स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ है इसका गोल है. थैंक यू.
Okay, Swamiji. On the same continuation of this, what will be subconscious state?
Yes, as I said, I am sleeping. When I am sleeping, I may dream. So that dream depends on all the desires I had. I explained one small example. I had a great desire to go for an elephant ride. Also, I have got a great desire to go for a helicopter ride. So, in your dream, you may experience or you may feel, you may dream, you are flying in the sky sitting on an elephant. So, whatever is there in your subconscious mind is being expressed in your dream state. For example, somebody is diabetic. The doctor said you should not eat rasgulla or a jamun or any favorite sweet that somebody likes. So, when everybody is there on the dining table, family members, some VIP guests, all are sitting around 10-15 people. So, they are serving. So, it's a special occasion, you are permitted to have little sweet. So, the conscious mind will say, no. But the subconscious mind, which has a great desire to eat little because it's a special occasion, No, but you can give little because albeit everybody will feel happy. So that is called as subconscious mind. So the conscious mind, you are able to understand your thought. But the deep desire, which is little deep within you, you yourself are not able to make out immediately, but after some time it comes out. So the conscious thought, the subconscious thought. So the desires, the deep desire, the thoughts which are deep within you, but it's not being expressed immediately and you are not aware that moment, but later on you also will feel, oh, I had the desire to eat that little sweet. So I said little you give. So slowly I have to work out and remove that from my subconscious mind. When you remove it from your subconscious mind, even during that special day, that desire itself is not there, you will say, no, I don't want. Because you know the science, it doesn't contain any good nutrients. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my blood arteries. It is just good for this taste tongue. You put it here and after 4 seconds, when it comes from this tip of the tongue to the back of the tongue, you don't know what you ate. Whether you ate rasgulla or you ate a fruit or you ate a vegetable. Only knowledge can provide this. So knowledge helps to remove the subconscious desire, and desire which is not good for us we should not have. So when you work out through knowledge, that subconscious change can bring you the real change in your habit. That's what we say, on an average it takes 60 days to change a small habit, bad habit to good habit. So that's what I can talk about subconscious. We can keep on talking. So at least we have understood there is something called a conscious mind, which I am aware. I know I am talking to you. But there is something which is below this conscious thought, that is subconscious mind, which is deep rooted, which is deeply in me, that is subconscious. And there is pure consciousness, which is Brahman, Atman, God, which is responsible to run this universe and the body. So this much about consciousness.
Quick last one question, Swamiji, came from 2 different people on pranayama. How many types of pranayamas are there? Second one, what is the duration of each pranayama?
So first of all, we have to understand by the word pranayama means exercising the prana shakti properly. What does it mean? When the prana shakti is being circulated properly in the body, this body functions well. When somebody dies, what we say? Prana pakshi hari hoitu in Kannada. In Bangla we say प्राण चले गए चे, शरीर चले गए चे. हिंदी में उसका प्राण चला गया. So prana shakti is the subtle energy which connects that pure consciousness energy which is responsible to run this universe and body, connects that pure consciousness with this physical body, that is called as prana shakti. So that energy, when it is properly distributed in whole of the body, right from brain to the foot, if that prana shakti is being circulated properly to the brain, you will be alert, you will be actively able to do some work. When that prana shakti is being properly circulated to throat, you will not have thyroid problem. When that prana shakti is being circulated properly to the stomach, you will not have any digestive problem. When that prana shakti is being properly circulated to the toe through the blood vessels, you will not have any pain in the foot, which we call as plantar fasciitis. So I tried to tell, if you want to keep this physical body right from brain to the toe, that prana shakti should properly circulate. So by the word pranayama, circulating the prana shakti properly. So breathing, when you do properly, you are circulating that prana shakti properly. So when you learn to breathe properly, you are understanding pranayama and you are practicing pranayama. So now based on this science, our rishis, our saints have developed few techniques. So one which focuses on throat is called as Ujjayi Pranayama. Hold your throat tightly and breathe in. So when you do this, so you are activating the thyroid gland. Simply pranayama, when you are simply breathing, you are not focusing. So when there is some thyroid issue, you need to focus more. So when somebody has got anxiety neurosis, his brain cells are extra stimulated, anxiety. So anulom vilom when you practice, it balances the prana shakti, the anxiety, which is because of the extra activation of the brain cells, comes down. So anxiety goes away. Somebody is depression, always sleeping. So when he does anulom vilom, the prana shakti is being properly circulated to brain cells, and the brain cells get that rejuvenation. So balancing the hormones in the brain and in other glands. That's what the main advantage of pranayama. So when I do Kapalbhati, what I am doing? I am trying to stimulate the abdomen, the visceral organs in the abdomen, spleen, liver, pancreas, kidneys. When they are activated properly, their function becomes normal. The hormonal imbalance is gone. So we name different pranayama just to focus on the breathing itself. So in broad, pranayama means breathing properly. Pranayama means circulating the prana shakti properly. So mainly we practice in our program to make it simple. Anulom vilom, Ujjayi pranayam, then focusing on lungs is called as Bastrika, focusing on stomach is called as Kapalbhati, and Brahmri for anxiety neurosis and headache and all, and Omkara, Pranava, Omkara, focusing on Om and getting the benefits. So this and Anta Pranayama, Bahya Pranayama, we can go on categorizing. So mainly 5 to 7 main pranayamas we learn and practice. You can go and divide into more and focus on more, that's good. But these are the mainly pranayamas that we practice. So the more you practice, the more benefits. If somebody is having a thyroid problem and is taking 100 micrograms of thyroxine per day, if he practices 5 minutes Ujjayi pranayama, his hypothyroid problem will be gone, because in patients that happened. It is all, we have testimonials. If somebody has hypothyroidism but he is taking 50 micrograms, so maybe 3 minutes is enough for him. So depending on the physical disease, depending on the person, depending on the joy you should have in practicing pranayama. So slowly increase pranayama. The more you do, the more benefits. And in asana, pranayama, prayer, meditation, what you speak. In the beginning, yes, we should do asana. When you become an expert, we say asana has got only 20% benefits. 80% of the benefits is from pranayama and meditation. And slowly when you practice and become an expert, after 1 year I say, sit quietly and meditate. Continuously experience the joy, happiness within you. When you meditate properly for 1 hour, 23 hours, the activity, the seva, the responsibility that you perform when you are alive, you will be more productive. It will be good for you and good for others. And when you sleep, you will have a good sleep. So 1 hour meditation can make the 23 hours of your life a beautiful, holistic life, and you will become a holy person. That's what about pranayama and meditation. We'll keep on talking. Every week we'll take up one topic and we'll discuss in detail. And one more request, next batch is going to start soon in the month of January. Please circulate with your friends and relatives. Personal touch, because today in this WhatsApp and digital media, so many people every day get so many messages which don't have much meaning and no authentication. Now, you have experienced an authenticated program. which is worth more than 25,000 rupees. If anybody who is doing wellness course in a corporate session, they said me, Swamiji, the content you have is so much and definitely it's worth 25,000 just to give the physical value. So it is being provided at a cost of 2,500. So you understand how much this team is dedicated and how really they are concerned for the wellness of the society, and which we have experienced. So now if you share about this IWSP batch 7, which is going to be started on 25th January, you have, each person has a capacity to convince 10 people. It can be done only when you reach 100 people. Reach 100 people, 10 people will get convinced, and each person can bring in 10 new people to join this holistic wellness, which is going to start from 25th January, batch 7. So I request, please put your personal experience, maybe make a small video of 30 seconds or 1 minute. I was diabetic, my HbA1c was 8%, I had central obesity, my weight was this much. After practicing 1 month's wellness course, by understanding the science, my HbA1c has come from 8% to 7%. My central obesity has reduced. I have reduced 3 kilos with a photo, with a video, with a picture. If you send this testimonial and share your friends, if you want to gain the health what I have gained, you also join this course. I feel that is the greatest service you can do in this present scenario where people are suffering with lot of physical and mental diseases. So I request you to take personal interest and share with your friends about the batch 7 with your testimonial. Please share your testimonials to our IWSP team. It will be a research program. You will be part of research program about this IWSP. We are going to start a research program in one of the medical colleges. Our IWSP team is going to meet one of the head of a medical college soon, and once we start, we will tell more about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji. You have covered all what I thought of asking you to do. So there's a lot of appreciation for you as well as for Dr. Susheel. So we have to move on. I still have a few questions, but I'll get them through WhatsApp because we are already late. So with this,
I have seen traffic reducing in my head after pranayama because the mind is moved away from west. Very good. This is what we want. So you are in the traffic. It's so irritable condition, you know. Nobody loves to be in traffic. You want to go for important work and traffic you are. But he practiced Anulom Vilom, Omkar, and now that traffic is not disturbing him. So he is removing out the cause of the stress by practicing simple pranayama. So happy and encouraging that you are practicing and you are sharing. I want more people to do that, and the more you practice, the more you become an expert, you start enjoying. When you start enjoying fruit, automatically the desire to eat that sweet, which is nothing but poison, the desire itself is gone. When the desire itself is gone, you start enjoying the health, and just there is ananda. So I want all my IWSP participants to experience that ananda. Please keep on practicing, experience, and share your testimonials. There are appreciations. Some people want to do it in Hindi, they want to do in Telugu. That's very good. I request them to connect with our IWSP team, and please volunteer yourself and let us see how can we do that. It needs a lot of energy, time, dedication. Yes.
Yeah. So as I said, Swamiji was emphasizing testimonials are very, very important. In our feedback form, which is sent to all our current batch participants, there is a column. You would like to give a feedback testimonial. If you say yes, we will connect back with you. We'll get that testimonial recorded. So with this, thank you so much.
Share some more testimonials. One of Acharya Mahamandaleshwar we call here in North India. You may be calling as Mathadish, big head of monk, big center. So he was having this vitamin D3 deficiency and body pain and borderline diabetes. because he's a very special monk, loving monk who is very close to me. I shared about IWSP, but not this 18 hours details. This 18 hours details I told him in 18 minutes. Because he loves me, he has faith in my words, he just practiced. His borderline diabetes reversed. His body pain is gone. His vitamin D3 level, which has gone down with very big doctors here and there, he was consulting. They had given him to take injections and tablets for vitamin D3. Just doing sunbathing properly every day 40 minutes, exposing the maximum skin surface. His vitamin D3 is normal. He did not take any injection or tablet. His borderline diabetes is gone and is non-diabetic. His body pain has gone. Though he is a monk, I practice his meditation regularly, but this physical benefit he got and he was sharing with me yesterday, which I shared with you all. So my request is, your testimonial is going to help others to practice and benefit with this wellness course. That's where I request all the participants, whoever have practiced and got benefits, please share your testimonials and practice regularly. Inspire yourself every day. Start your day. Begin your day with positive thought, with good practices. When it comes to water, yes, we have to start our day with water, then yoga, pranayama, then breakfast, then between this morning breakfast and lunch time, around 10 o'clock, something like that, drink again sufficient water, sit quietly and enjoy that wonderful drinking of water. Then lunch, then after lunch, after 2 hours, again before dinner. So the interval between lunch and dinner, interval between breakfast and lunch is the ideal time. Sit quietly, practice conscious, pure drinking of water, which is called as amruta. So that feeling you have to practice. That's my advice about drinking water, safe water. And when it comes to alkaline juice, yes, definitely it has got health benefits. Homemade fresh vegetable juice. Homemade fresh vegetable juice is nothing but alkaline juice. So just don't go something in the market. This is what the science helps us. Science, this is how it helps us. So have homemade fresh vegetable juice, which is nothing but alkaline juice. It helps to keep your pH in good condition. It helps to maintain the hygiene of your blood. That's what I can say about pH. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. So with this, we are running late. We also do another regular activity. When we do it, meet once in 2 weeks. So a lot of people ask that can we do some regular yoga practice with somebody who got learned from IWSP. So we do have some yoga experts who does a regular sessions, weekly thrice or 4 days, morning and evening batches it used to run. So that's a parallel activity with the help of an external yoga consultant who got trained under IWSP does it. So if any of you interested to do it, practice with them regularly, under the badge or under the banner of IWSP, you can go to our website. So there is a link called yoga. Click that and you can register your name. Our team will connect back with you. We'll put this detail also in our WhatsApp group. With this, we will move on quickly to today's asana. It's a recap of whatever we learned this entire 10 days. So please, practice. It will be a refresher course. And this entire YouTube will be put in our YouTube channel. You can also view it again, use it. Many of you asked to give me some YouTube for practicing it together. This, whatever you are going to see today, will be in our YouTube and will give you, and you can use that for practice also. With this, thank you, Dr. Sharma. I think he left, but Swamiji, thank you so much. So we'll quickly move on to asana for the day.
Namaste. Welcome you all to today's yoga session. And today is the recall practice. We are going to recall all the practices which we have learned so far. And now we are going to recall all the practices from starting till the end, and quickly we'll do that. So get onto your mat and practice here along with me. Yogic jogging. Let's start with the slow jogging. If you can't jog, march simply on your place. If you can increase your pace and jog here with me. And we'll repeat all the 12 exercises. Second, jogging, alternately, hands movement. If you can't jog here also, go with the standing position. The alternate combination. Then change, slow down. Then next, hands on your waist. Slowly, knee to the chest. Bring your knee as close as to the chest. Right, left. And change, knees bend. Fourth one. We'll quickly practice all the things today. Practice here with me fastly. And change. Open your legs in the wide distance. Leg stretching. Right, left, right, and left. Then change. Leg stretching. 2. Hands on your waist. Right, left. Last one. One more go. Relax. Legs a little close this time. Opening the chest, joining the hands. Inhale, open it, and exhale, close. Inhale back. Exhale, close. Expand your chest, expand your lungs. And change. Slowly bring your hands down. Next, we are going to practice the Trikonasana. Open your legs in the wide distance. Open your hands, forward bend, and twist your back right to left. Just go. Twist your back, twist your head, and change. Trikonasana 2. Side stretching, right and left. Keep going. Right side and left. Stretch your side body completely. Your waist, your ribs, and change. Next, the back bending and forward bending. Change the side. Raise your hands, bend your back, and forward bend. Inhale up. Exhale down. If you find hard to balance, open your legs in some distance and do this. Last 2. Relax. So we have completed 10. Ask to practice the jumping jack. Legs close, jump, and go with this pace. Next, twisting, the hip twisting, and straight, change, right and left, alternately. Last one, relax. So here we have completed all the 12 exercises. Hope you're feeling so much heat into your body, your heart rate is improved, and your breathing is faster. So that helps you to maintain a good health when you practice this warm-up and getting you ready for the next Sukshma and Asanas. So let's get onto the mat for Sukshma practice. Turn towards your left. Slowly come down to the mat and take the position for Sukshma. Rest for a couple of breaths if you want. Let's start with the Sukshma practice. So keep your heels in some distance. Let's start with the ankle and feet stretching. Exhalation forward, inhalation upward. You know already the breathing. So keep stretching forward and upward as much as you can. Then rotate. The rotation of your feet, your ankles. Same breathing. Exhalation forward, inhalation upward, and change. Opposite side. Just focus on your breath and stretching. These is the 2 important thing in these practices. Change. Now, you have to put your knees together, up and down. Just press under your knee. Feel the pressure and let the blood flow improve into your body. With this. Next, butterfly. So turn towards the screen, fold your legs, join your feet. And slowly start swinging your knees with a straight back. With this practice, you have to stretch your inner thighs and your hip joints. So mainly in these two reasons you have to focus on to improve your hip joint flexibility. Keep going with this practice. And then slowly remove your legs. Open your legs out, relax them, and come to the cross leg sitting position. Any one you can choose. Stretch your hands in the front. Upper body practices. The first movement, you have to stretch the finger joints first. The hand clenching, inhale, stretch, exhale, contract. Go with a long, deep breathing in all these practices. Then rotate. Inhale up, exhale down. Then change, opposite side, same breathing, inhale up, exhale down. Next, turn your palms upward, bend your elbows, touch your shoulders, front, side to side, and upward. Inhale, straight, exhale, bend always. Then change, rotate your shoulders. The elbows movement, or you can say it is a shoulder rotation. Then change opposite, inhale up, exhale down. Where the stretching happens, you have to inhale. Where there's this contraction, you have to exhale. Next, elbows and shoulders stretch. Inhale, just clasp your hands like this. Extend them, inhale here and pull it behind the head. Stretch your shoulders and back with this your arm. Right to left and left to right. Change. Hands down. Next, for the cervical, take your right hand. Inhale, hold your breath and apply the pressure equally through your head and through your hand. Keep it in the center and bring all the attention to your cervical region with a hold breath. Inhale, hold the breath, apply the pressure. Be here 5 to 10 seconds and change. Now interlace it. Keep it behind the head. Inhale, hold the breath, apply the pressure forward through your hands. And change. Inhale, hold the breath. Through your hands, push it backward to the head, forward. Stretch and release. Slowly come back. The neck movement. Inhale up, exhale down. The upward and downward movement. While inhaling, lift up, and while exhaling, drop it down. Then change. Go for the neck twisting. Right. Always go with the exhalation. Exhale and twist. Right side and left side. Then change. Bending. Right, left. Exhale and bend. Always inhale in the center. In this practice. And change. Now full rotation. So you have to inhale while rotating up and exhale while rotating down. And change opposite. Inhale up, exhale down. Slowly release. Relax. Close your eyes for a while. So here we have completed all the Sukshama practice. We have warmed up our body, our muscles with these practices. And now we are ready for the asanas. We'll recall firstly the sitting position asanas. So slowly fold your legs, turn towards the left side. If you're practicing here with me, you have to stay towards your screen. You can change the side of your mat. And let's continue practice all the sitting position asanas. The first one, Mando Kasana, Frock pose. Inhale 1, stretch your hands, make a fist, keep your thumb in, place it center of the navel. And as you exhale, forward bend. If you can, then only hold the breath. If you're a heart patient, high BP, so do not hold the breath. Breathe normally. Feel the applied pressure to your abdomen and look forward. Hold the posture as long as possible. And then slowly come back. All the postures you can hold up to 30 seconds to 1 minute. Initially, if you have practiced a lot, go for 1 to 2 minutes. Next, hare pose, Shashkasana. Inhale, raise your hands above your head, extend your hands. And as you exhale, put your palms down, elbows, forehead, then chest to your legs. Butt touches to your heels, toes out, forehead on the ground. And let this posture work into your body. Shashkasana, the relaxing pose. And has other health benefits of this practice. Just be here and be aware of your posture. Keep breathing normally. Slowly come back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Bring your hands to your thighs. And the position you have seated right now, it is Vajrasana. This is not the sequence, but you can do after the meal for good digestion. Third asana, Ostrasana, the camel pose. So slowly stand on your knees. Mix very small distance between your knees. Keep your toes out. If you're not able to do the full one, keep your hands on your back and you can practice this. Stretch your hands in the front. Raise your right hand. Inhale, take it back. Then take your left hand back to your heels. Push your head forward. Firm and square to the camel pose, Ostrasana. Bring all the attention to your posture. Hips forward, stretch the back, abdomen, chest, shoulders, arms, and neck. Try to look up. If you can, try to look back. Then slowly come back. Inhale and exhale, knees closed. And relax. Place your hands on your thighs. Next. Moving on for Gomu Kasana. 2 more sitting postures. Open your legs. Bend your knees slowly like this. So firstly, you have to fold your left leg in and right leg up. Keep your knees in a line if you can. Like this. Keep your toes pointing outside. If your right knee is upside, take your right hand up and left hand from the lower side. Bend your elbows, then lock your hands. And simply look forward or look slightly upward. This is the cow facing pose, Kawamukasana. Feel the good stretch on your shoulders, on your back, which helps to improve the strength. And slowly release it. We are making it quickly, but you can hold up to your strength. If you can, go for the longer. Now, change. Keep your knees together, change the legs. This time, raise your left hand and go with the other side. Again, simply lock your hands. If you can't lock, try to touch your fingertips. If not able to touch, that's okay. Keep it back and hold here. You can get benefited with all of these practices. With these practices. Slowly release it and relax. Now, last one in the sitting position is Vakrasana, the half spinal twist pose. So for that one, bend your right knee. Place your right knee just beside your left one. Place your right hand back. Raise your left hand. Inhale up, extend your hand. And as you exhale, grab your ankle, twist your back, twist your head, and feel the pressure between your abdomen and thigh. Complete twist on your back. And look just behind. If there is a wall, look at the wall. If something is there, just look at any object straight to the head. And release, inhale up and exhale down. Place it to the next side. Bend your Left knee, inhale up, exhale, twist, grab it and hold. Feel the same twist from the next side. Try to look at the same object in Vakrasana, the half spinal twist. Then raise your hands, inhale up, exhale, down. Relax. Here we are completed all the seated posture asana. Couple of natural breaths. And get ready for the next practice. Lying down position. On the belly, on the chest first. So slowly fold your legs and come to the lying down position. Legs together. Place your hands next to the chest. We are going to practice Cobra pose, Bhujangasana, first one. So legs together, heels and toes, hands next to the chest, under the shoulders, chin to your mat. And as you inhale, lift your upper body slowly. Bend your back, chin lifted up, look at the ceiling, elbows slightly bent. Hold it as long as possible, breathing normal. And as you exhale, slowly come back. Exhale and relax. Changing. Place your hands under the thighs, Shalabhasana, locust pose. Join your legs and with the proper support, lift your both the legs up. Hold here in the locust pose, Shalabhasana. Both the legs together, up. And slowly bring it down. Remove your hands. Open your legs in some distance. Relax. The third one, last, bow pose, Dhanurasana, which stretches your whole body. So bend your knees, grab your ankles. And as you inhale, lift up. Stretch up as much as possible. And slowly exhale, bring it back. Keep your hands down, under the chin. Relax for a while. As in the instructions, you have 30 seconds to a minute if you're a beginner. We are going fastly, but you can hold up to the long if you practice in your home. So next, lying down on the back position. Slowly turn back, change the side. This time we are going to the lying down position. Uttan Padasana Eka and Dvi. The leg raise holding pose. We'll start with a single leg, right leg. Hold it for the longer period. Stomach tight, leg straight. And then you can change the leg. Do it with the left leg. If you're a beginner, practice this. If you want to do it once, you can go with the both legs. If you need support required it, place your hands under the buttocks and then go with the both legs. 30-degree leg raised holding position. Uttan Padasana. Good to reduce belly fat. Excess weight, cut down from your body. And slowly bring it down. You can hold as long as possible. Leave your legs loose. Turn your palms upward for the relaxation. And the last two we have here in the back, shoulder stand, Sarvangasana. So for that one, join your legs, place your hands along the sides, lift your both the legs up, take it back, keep your hands on your back, then bring your legs straight up, just close to the chin or touches to the chin. Legs straight and hold it as long as possible. Let the blood flow improve towards your head, towards your thyroid gland. The most beneficial practice for your thyroid. Then slowly take your legs back with the support. Bring it down, bring your hands, and then slowly come back. Relax. Again, leave it loose. Just relax. Once you want to relax, you just have to leave it loose and relax. Last one, Halasana, the flow pose. So keep your legs close, hands close to the body. Do not keep it under the body. Beside always in these two postures. Same. Let's start. Inhale and exhale. Touch your toes on the mat. Just to the chin. Hold here. Then slowly come back with the support. Inhale and exhale. Relax. We are completed here all the practices of lying down position. And just 2 is remaining in the standing position. Relax your back. Relax your entire body before you go for that. Always, while getting up, turn towards one side. The last 2 postures we have in the standing position. So please come on to the standing position. We are going for the first one, tree pose, Vrikshasana. So fold your right leg. If you can, keep it to your thigh. If not, keep it to your knee joint or shin bone. Slowly inhale, fix it onto your thigh and join your palms above the head, straight to the head. Look at any stable object at any point. Focus and concentrate on that point to improve the strength, to improve the concentration power. And as you exhale, bring it down. You can practice from both the sides. Another time with the right side, inhale up and look at the same point, breathing normal. Just focus on that point. Here also you can maintain the balance, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The more you do, the more strength you have into your legs. The more concentration you can gain in your work, in your studies. Slowly bring it down and change. So we are moving for the next. Palm tree pose, Tadasana. If you're not able to maintain the balance, do in some distance. That's absolutely fine. If you can, keep it together and practice this along with me. Inhale, interlock your fingers, turn your palms upward, stretch your whole body up, stand on your toes. Feel the stretch and look straight at any one point, at any one object, or you can look at the same point. Feel the stretch from palms to feet. And as you exhale, drop your heels, then slowly drop your hands down. Open your legs, relax. The next practice we are going to do Surinam Mascara. So we are going to follow 2 rounds today. Come onto your mat, turn towards your left or stand in the front of your mat. If you're looking at me, just stand front of your mat. You have some space behind you. Join your legs, join your hands to the prayer pose. 2, inhale, raise your hands, bend your back bending pose. 3, exhale, extend your hands, forward bending pose. 4, inhale up, put your fingertips down, extend your right leg back, equestrian pose. Exhale, 5, palms down, back to the mountain pose. 6, drop your knees, drop your chest and chin down. Salutation pose, make sure hips should be up. Keep your toes out. Inhale, 7, lift your upper body, cobra pose. Exhale, 8, moving back to the mountain pose. Inhale, 9, bring your right foot forward, equestrian pose. Exhale, 10. Legs together. Forward bending. Inhale, 11. Raise your hands, the back bending pose. And exhale, 12. Palms together. Prayer pose. Relax. So next side, we are going with the left. This time you have to take your left leg back and left leg forward. Let's do this. Join your hands. Prayer pose, 1. Breathing normal here. Inhale, 2. Raise your hands, bend your back. Exhale, 3. Forward bend. Inhale, 4. Extend your left leg back. Christian pose. Fingertips down. Exhale, 5. Now put your palms down. Move back. Mountain pose. Then 6. Inhale and exhale twice. You have to breathe here. Salutation pose. Inhale, 7. Cobra pose. Exhale, 8. Mountain pose. Inhale, 9. Bring your left foot forward. In the center, equestrian pose. Exhale, 10. Legs together, forward bending pose. Inhale, 11. Raise your hands, bend your back. Exhale, 12. Palms together, hands down. After completing all the practices of asanas and Surinam Mascara, let's take rest in Shavasana, the complete relaxation with this practice. So slowly lie down to your back. Open your legs out and just lie down to your back. Leave your body loose. Close your eyes. Your heels in, toes out, in shoulder width distance to your legs. Leave it loose. Hands few inches away from the body, palm facing upward. Fingers are naturally curved. Leave it loose. Your hips, your buttocks, back, shoulders and head loose on the mat. And give yourself complete relaxation with this practice. Let this posture work onto your body to relax yourself completely in just a minute. Just be with your body and feel how your body, your muscles, your joints, and your breath is going to be relaxed. Feel that your body getting relaxed. Your breathing becoming normal. Consciously prepare yourself for the next breathing pranayama practices. Very smoothly open your eyes once you feel relaxed. Right knee bends slowly. Turn to the left, take support through your hands and come to the cross-legged sitting position. So mentally prepare yourself for the breathing practice. We'll recall all the 8 breathing pranayama practices. So turn your palms upward, bring your hands in a Jnana Mudra. Your spine should be erect, shoulders and head relax. Starting with the Anulom Vilom, the alternate nostril breathing. So right nostril closed through your thumb. Inhale with your left in Pranava Mudra. Nostril change after inhalation, exhale right. Inhale with the same one. Nostril change, exhale left. Let's do it one more round. Inhale and change, exhale. Complete focus, your attention on your breathing. Inhale and change, exhale left, and release this practice. So this is the practice of Anulom Vilom. We just recalled here you can practice 5, 10, 15, 20 chakras. In the minutes, you can go 5 to 10. That's okay. Moving on for the second one, the humming bee breath, Brahmari Pranayama. So you have to vibrate your skull, your forehead region with this practice. So close your ears so you can't hear the outside sounds. Now do not keep it too much tight, do not keep it too loose. Comfortably close it, fingers in front of your eyes and forehead. Inhale deeply. With a closed mouth, you have to chant like a humming bee. One more round. Exhale and relax. This will help you to instantly relax your mind, your brain. So the next practice we are going to do, Bhastrika, the below breath. I'm just giving the indication while using my hands, but in the original practice, you do not have to do that. You have to practice in the Jnana Mudra only. And we are going to learn all the 3 pace, the slow, medium, and the fast. Let's begin with a slow breath, deep inhale, and complete exhale. Like a wave, you need to observe. Change for the medium breath. And fast. Exhale and relax. In the real practice, do not use your hands. Just keep it in Jnana Mudra. Relax your breath for a while. And next is Kapalabhati, the skull shining breath. Here also you have to keep your hands in the same position while you are learning. But when you are practicing in the real manner, you just have to put your hands down to your knees in Jnana Mudra and practice it. So initially, if you're learning the movement, the exhalation you're observing, then only you have to do that. And while you're going, you do not have to do with the hands practice. Just keep it down and do have to do that. So let's do the Kapalabhati. Abdominal strokes. Pulling it back, squeezing it, and exhale forcefully together. Bring your hands in Jnana Mudra and let's do this continuously. Active exhalation, passive inhalation. Initially, you can practice this 30 strokes to 60 strokes. And when you practice, once you get it, you can go for 60 plus strokes in Kapalabhati. Last 4 breaths we have. The next, Ujjayi, the hissing breath, practice. So you have to bring all the attention to your throat, keep your neck tight, and when you breathe, try to create the sound like a bird, like a hissing, like an ocean breath. And you have to inhale, then hold it for some time, then close your right nostril, and then you have to exhale. Let's practice 2 rounds together. Bring your all the tension there, straight back. Hold the breath. Right nostril closed and slowly exhale. You can hold the breath 5 to 10 seconds. One more round. Hold the breath. Right nostril closed, exhale through your left. Very good practice for your thyroid gland. Next, moving on, Udgit, the Pranayama, the chanting Pranayama of Om, A-U-M in English, and in Hindi, A-U-M. Vibrate your whole body with this practice. Let's do this 2 rounds together. Straight back, feel the certain vibrations to your body. Breathe in. And once you complete it, feel the sensations into your whole body. You can make this practice 5 rounds, 10 rounds in a day to improve your health. And the last one, we are combining the 7 and 8, Antaha and Bahya Pranayama, the internal and external breathing. We are just combining this practice and practice it together in 2 rounds. So let's practice it. Deeply inhale and hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then completely exhale. Pull your stomach back, contract it, chin down, contract your throat, contract your stomach, squeeze it inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin up and slowly exhale. One more round. Deep inhale. Hold the breath, retain the breath for a while. Then completely exhale. Pull your stomach back, chin down. Chalandar Bandh and Udyan Bandh. Squeeze your abdomen, pull it back towards your spine and hold the breath in outside after exhalation. Then lift your chin, slowly inhale and exhale. So here we are completed all the breathing, pranayama practices. And just recall all the practices from beginning till the end that you have done today. Warm up, yogic yogic, sukshama, asanas, standing, sitting, lying on your back, on your belly. Surya Namaskar, relaxation, and all the 8 breathings, pranayama. Feel the effects into your body, to your mind, to your intellect. Feel the effects to your every single cells, to your tissues, to your nerves, to your brain, which improves your overall health and well-being with all these practices. Slowly join your hands, rub your palms, warm up your hands. Generate some energy to your palms and apply this to your eyes, to your face. And very smoothly open your eyes. Thank you. Have a good day.
With this, thank you so much. And if you want, again, listen from Swamiji and Dr. Sharma, you can join 12 hours from now. That will be the last session of this batch. Otherwise, we'll meet again on 21st of November, IWSP Live. So look forward to track all our WhatsApp messages for the further lot more communications. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye.